Imagine a world where the might of words outweighs the sword, where the quest for virtue guides the fate of nations. This is not a fantasy, but the reality of Marcus Tullius Cicero, an orator, philosopher, and statesman whose life was a testament to the power of Stoic philosophy. Dive deep into the story of Cicero, a man who navigated the tumultuous waters of the Roman Republic with wisdom and virtue as his compass. In the heart of ancient Rome, amidst its grandeur and turmoil, stood a figure whose legacy would echo through the ages. Marcus Tullius Cicero, a man not born of royal blood, but who rose to prominence through the sheer force of his intellect and the eloquence of his words. Today, we embark on a journey through Cicero's life, exploring his early years, philosophical influences, seminal works, and the indelible mark he left on politics and philosophy. Join us as we uncover the essence of Cicero's quest for Stoicism and virtue. Cicero's early life and studies. Marcus Tullius Cicero was born in 106 BC in Arpinum, a small town southeast of Rome. His family, though not of the patrician class, was well off and held a certain local prominence, which afforded Cicero opportunities that many of his contemporaries could only dream of. From a young age, Cicero was groomed for public life in the Roman Republic, a path that necessitated a comprehensive education in the arts of rhetoric, philosophy, and law. Recognizing his potential, Cicero's father arranged for him to study in Rome, where he was taught by some of the most esteemed scholars of the time. Cicero's education was both broad and deep, encompassing the study of Latin and Greek, philosophy, and the art of rhetoric. He was particularly drawn to philosophy, which would remain a lifelong passion and the foundation of his ethical and political thought. His studies took him to Athens, the heart of the philosophical world, and then to Rhodes, where he studied under the famed orator Apollonius Molon. These experiences were instrumental in shaping Cicero's intellectual development, honing his skills in argumentation and oratory, and deeply influencing his philosophical outlook. This period of Cicero's life was marked by an insatiable quest for knowledge. He was not content with the superficial understanding of any subject. Instead, he delved into the complexities of philosophy, seeking to understand the principles that underpinned human existence and governance. His education laid the groundwork for his future career, equipping him with the tools to navigate the complexities of Roman politics and society. Cicero's early life and studies were a testament to the Roman ideal of a well-rounded citizen, one who was as comfortable discussing the nuances of Stoic philosophy as he was addressing the Roman Senate. His time spent under Posidonius and Diodotus. Marcus Tullius. Cicero's philosophical journey was significantly shaped by his interactions with two eminent scholars of his time, Posidonius and Diodotus. These encounters were pivotal, enriching Cicero's understanding of Stoicism and its practical applications in daily life and politics. Posidonius, a Stoic philosopher, lived in Rhodes where Cicero studied under him during his travels. Posidonius was renowned for his broad intellectual pursuits, encompassing philosophy, science, and history, which resonated with Cicero's own wide-ranging interests. Under Posidonius, Cicero was exposed to a Stoicism that was deeply intellectual yet practical, emphasizing the importance of reason in understanding the world and guiding one's actions. This experience with Posidonius helped Cicero appreciate the moral and ethical dimensions of Stoicism, particularly its teachings on virtue, duty, and the natural order of the universe. Posidonius' influence on Cicero was profound, instilling in him a Stoic perspective that would later permeate his writings and speeches. Diodotus, a Stoic philosopher and mathematician who lived in Cicero's household until his death, played a different yet equally significant role in Cicero's intellectual development. Diodotus focused on logic and epistemology, areas crucial for a budding orator and statesman. Through Diodotus, Cicero deepened his understanding of Stoic logic, learning to apply rigorous analytical thinking to both philosophical discourse and the practical matters of legal and political life. Diodotus's teachings on the importance of clear, logical argumentation and the pursuit of truth had a lasting impact on Cicero, shaping his approach to law, politics, and philosophy. Together, Posidonius and Diodotus provided Cicero with a comprehensive education in Stoicism, blending its ethical teachings with a strong foundation in logic and critical thinking. This education not only prepared Cicero for his future career, but also deeply influenced his philosophical outlook, encouraging him to view Stoicism as a guide for living a virtuous and meaningful life. Tusculan Disputations. Tusculan Disputations is among Cicero's most profound and enduring works, showcasing his deep engagement with Stoic philosophy. Written in 45 BC, during a period of personal grief and political turmoil, this series of dialogues reflects Cicero's endeavor to apply Stoic principles to the alleviation of human suffering. The work is structured as a series of discussions held at his villa in Tusculum, where Cicero and his friends debate key issues concerning the human condition, including the fear of death, the endurance of pain, the management of grief, the pursuit of happiness, and the nature of virtue. In Tusculan Disputations, Cicero argues that true happiness and peace of mind are attainable through the cultivation of virtue and the exercise of reason, echoing Stoic beliefs. He posits that external circumstances cannot affect the inner tranquility of a wise person, who understands that virtue is the highest good. Cicero's eloquent defense of Stoicism is interwoven with his own insights, making the work not only a philosophical treatise, but also a deeply personal reflection on his struggles and beliefs. The dialogues serve as a testament to Cicero's belief in the power of philosophy to provide guidance and comfort in times of distress. Through Tusculan Disputations, Cicero sought to make Stoic philosophy accessible and practical, demonstrating its relevance to everyday life and its potential to offer solace and strength. The work remains a cornerstone of Stoic literature, admired for its rhetorical brilliance and its insightful exploration of human psychology and ethics, his role in politics and his other work. Marcus Tullius. Cicero's role in Roman politics was marked by his steadfast commitment to the Republic and its principles of governance. As a consul in 63 BC, he famously thwarted the Catiline conspiracy, aiming to overthrow the government and earn lasting fame as a defender of the state. Cicero's political career was characterized by his eloquence in the Senate, his advocacy for the rule of law, and his opposition to the concentration of power in the hands of a few, which often put him at odds with the era's most powerful figures, including Julius Caesar, Mark Antony, and Octavian. Despite these conflicts, Cicero's contributions to Roman political thought, particularly his ideas on justice, the rights of citizens, and the importance of moral integrity in public office, have left a legacy. Beyond his political endeavors, Cicero was a prolific writer, producing a vast body of work that spans oratory, philosophy, and letters. His philosophical writings, such as De Republica and De Legibus, explore the ideal state and laws reflecting his vision for Roman society. His letters provide a remarkable window into the political machinations of the late Republic, offering insights into the personalities and events of the time. Cicero's oratorical works, including De Oratora, not only set the standard for Latin eloquence, but also laid the foundations for Western rhetorical theory. Through his writings, Cicero sought to educate his contemporaries and future generations, advocating for a life guided by reason and virtue. His work has endured through the centuries, influencing political thought, philosophy, and rhetoric across the ages. His encounters with Julius Caesar and Caesar's death. Marcus Tullius Cicero's encounters with Julius Caesar were a defining aspect of his political life, marked by a complex relationship that blended respect, rivalry, and ideological opposition. Cicero, a staunch defender of the Roman Republic and its traditional values, found himself increasingly at odds with Caesar's ambitions for power and the latter's disregard for the Republic's constitutional norms. Despite their differences, Caesar recognized Cicero's intellectual prowess and oratory skills, often seeking his counsel or attempting to win his support for his political reforms and military conquests. Cicero's apprehensions about Caesar's intentions for Rome were not unfounded. As Caesar amassed power, declaring himself dictator for life, Cicero's fears for the future of the Republic grew. He viewed Caesar's consolidation of power as a direct threat to the liberties of Rome's citizens and the authority of the Senate. Cicero's eloquent speeches and writings from this period reflect his deep-seated belief in the importance of constitutional governance and the rule of law, principles he felt were being eroded under Caesar's rule. The assassination of Julius Caesar on the Ides of March, 44 BC, was a pivotal moment for Rome and for Cicero. While not directly involved in the conspiracy, Cicero saw Caesar's death as an opportunity to restore the Republic's traditional structures and values. However, the power vacuum left by Caesar's demise led to further instability and conflict, culminating in the rise of the Second Triumvirate and the eventual end of the Roman Republic. Cicero's subsequent opposition to Mark Antony, a key figure in the aftermath of Caesar's death, would lead to his own downfall. Cicero's encounters with Caesar and the latter's assassination underscore the tumultuous nature of Roman politics in the late Republic. These events highlight Cicero's unwavering commitment to the ideals of the Republic, even in the face of significant personal risk. His writings from this period, including his Philippics against Mark Antony, remain a testament to his political acumen, rhetorical skill, and dedication to the principles of freedom and governance that defined his career. His philosophy. Cicero's philosophy, deeply rooted in the Stoic tradition, was characterized by a pragmatic approach to ethics, politics, and the pursuit of virtue. Unlike the Stoics of his time, Cicero did not strictly adhere to a single philosophical school. Instead, he synthesized elements from Stoicism, Platonism, and Aristotelianism, aiming to create a practical philosophy that addressed the complexities of human life and governance. Central to Cicero's thought was the concept of natural law, a universal rational order that governs the cosmos and underlies human laws and society. He believed that living in accordance with this natural law, through the exercise of reason and the pursuit of virtue, was the path to true happiness and fulfillment. Cicero argued that all humans possess a spark of the divine which endows them with the capacity for reason and moral judgment. This capacity, he contended, obligates individuals to strive for justice, wisdom, courage, and moderation, the cardinal virtues of Stoic ethics. Cicero's writings on these subjects, particularly in works like De Officii, On Duties, aim to provide guidance on how to live a virtuous life in both private and public spheres. Moreover, Cicero's philosophy extended to the realm of politics, where he advocated for a mixed constitution and the importance of checks and balances, drawing on his understanding of natural law to argue for the rights of citizens and the ethical responsibilities of statesmen. His belief in the power of eloquence and reasoned debate in shaping the affairs of the state underscored his conviction that governance should be rooted in wisdom and moral integrity. Cicero's philosophical legacy, therefore, lies not only in his contributions to ethical and political theory, but also in his enduring belief in the transformative power of philosophy to guide and improve human life. His view on Stoics and encounters with them. Cicero held a complex and nuanced view of Stoicism, appreciating its moral rigor and ethical teachings while maintaining a critical distance from some of its more dogmatic aspects. His encounters with Stoic philosophers, notably during his studies with Posidonius, left a significant imprint on his philosophical outlook, blending Stoic principles with elements from other schools to form a comprehensive approach to ethics and politics. Cicero admired the Stoic emphasis on virtue as the sole source of happiness and their commitment to living in accordance with nature and reason. He found value in their teachings on the importance of self-control, duty, and the common good, which resonated with his own views on public service and moral integrity. However, Cicero also expressed reservations about the Stoic dismissal of emotions as irrational and their sometimes austere approach to personal and social ethics. He argued for a more moderate stance that acknowledged the role of emotions in human life, advocating for their management rather than outright suppression. Cicero's dialogues often feature Stoic characters and ideas, not to endorse Stoicism uncritically, but to engage with and refine its concepts. Through these engagements, Cicero sought to carve out a middle path that retained the ethical seriousness of Stoicism, while advocating for a more humane and flexible approach to philosophy. His writings thus serve as a bridge between Stoic thought and a broader audience, emphasizing the practical application of philosophy to the challenges of everyday life and governance. His exile, his return to politics. Cicero's exile in 58 BC was a pivotal moment in his life, marking a period of profound personal and political turmoil. His exile was the result of his enemies' machinations, particularly those of Clodius Pulcher, who saw Cicero as a threat to their populist agenda. The charge against Cicero was illegal execution of Roman citizens during the suppression of the Catiline conspiracy, a move that, despite its popularity at the time, provided a pretext for his enemies to act against him. This period of exile was not only a time of personal hardship for Cicero, but also a moment of introspection and prolific writing, including works on philosophy and rhetoric. Cicero's return to politics in 57 BC, following his recall from exile, was a testament to his resilience and the support he still commanded among the Roman public and some segments of the Senate. His return, however, did not signify an end to his political struggles. The landscape of Roman politics had shifted, and Cicero found himself navigating a complex web of alliances and enmities. Despite these challenges, he continued to advocate for the Republic's principles, using his oratorical skills to influence public opinion and Senate debates. Cicero's post-exile political career was marked by his efforts to maintain the Republic's integrity in the face of rising autocratic power, a struggle that would define his final years. His return to politics underscored his unwavering commitment to the Roman state and its constitutional traditions, even as the Republic's foundations began to crumble. Cicero's death. Cicero's death on December 7, 43 BC, was a tragic end to the life of one of Rome's most eloquent statesmen and philosophers. Following the formation of the Second Triumvirate by Octavian, Mark Antony, and Lepidus, Cicero was declared an enemy of the state, primarily due to his outspoken opposition to Mark Antony in the Philippics, a series of speeches that condemned Antony's attempts to undermine the Republic and seize power. Cicero's relentless criticism and his unwavering support for the Republic's ideals made him a target in the proscriptions, a series of political purges aimed at eliminating those who opposed the triumvirate's authority. Cicero was captured as he attempted to flee Italy. According to historical accounts, he met his death with dignity, offering his neck to the executioner. His last moments reflected the Stoic principles he had espoused throughout his life, facing death with courage and acceptance. In a final act of brutality, his hands and head were displayed on the rostra in the Roman Forum, a grim warning to others who might challenge the triumvirate's power. Cicero's death marked the end of a significant chapter in Roman history, symbolizing the decline of the Republic and the rise of autocratic rule. Despite the manner of his death, Cicero's legacy as a defender of the Republic, a master orator, and a philosopher of enduring influence lived on, cementing his place as one of the most important figures in Western thought. Cicero's death. Cicero's legacy is vast and multifaceted, transcending the political turmoil and personal tragedies that marked his life. As a philosopher, Cicero was instrumental in translating Greek philosophical ideas into Latin, thereby making them accessible to a broader Roman audience and ensuring their preservation through the Middle Ages into the Renaissance. His writings on Stoicism, ethics, and politics have influenced countless thinkers, from Enlightenment philosophers like John Locke and Montesquieu to the framers of the United States Constitution. Cicero's contributions to the development of rhetorical theory and practice are unparalleled. His works on oratory, especially De Oratore, remain foundational texts in the study of rhetoric, offering insights into the art of persuasion that are as relevant today as they were in ancient Rome. Cicero's eloquence and mastery of language not only set the standard for Latin prose, but also established a model of public speaking and argumentation that continues to inform educational curricula worldwide. Moreover, Cicero's personal correspondence provides a unique window into the political and social life of the late Roman Republic, offering scholars valuable insights into this tumultuous period. Despite the political machinations that led to his downfall, Cicero is remembered as a symbol of the Republic's ideals, reason, justice, and the pursuit of the common good. His life and work embody the belief that words and ideas have the power to change the world, a legacy that continues to inspire and challenge humanity. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay stoic.